Hi, my name is Mark Callan. Today we talked to Adam Gudroe from Dexter High School, the athletic director here at Dexter Regional High School. We talked about the light project and the plan on having night football here at Dexter this fall.
We got Adam Gudroe here with us today. Wants to just talk about the project that they're going to have. We're about four months from football season, and they were in the T-Mobile contest last year. Did quite well in that. Didn't finish first, but they still get quite an amount from T-Mobile. Can you just tell us the progress and really where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head. We had a great experience with the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights campaign. No fault of anybody there. I think we did a great job. We ended up in third overall, which is saying a lot for a small community and across the United States. So we ended up with $75,000 that we were going to put towards the upgrading our athletic facilities here. We told the community from the get-go that we were campaigning for lights for the football field, and we're going to try to make that a reality as we get going. So we sprung into a fundraising campaign. We knew the support was there when all it cost was a vote. So we weren't sure how it was going to go when the support was going to cost a little bit more than that, but the community has rallied again, and right now we've raised a little over $90,000, almost $100,000 on top of the T-Mobile money towards this lighting project that we have going on. So what that means is we have enough to purchase lights. We're still fundraising for the installation cost, but lights are on order for Dexter Regional High School. It's going to be the first time that we've had a fully lit facility here, and we're pretty excited about it. So it's been a great experience, and the community, like I said, has been fully behind us, and we're going to continue to fundraise for the remainder of the costs, and we'll have lights on the field next fall.
Now the schedules come out. The Tigers play Spartans, a big matchup, opening game. So you think they're pretty much 100% chance that that game's gonna be at night?
I put Friday night football on our football schedule. So for the league, so I've already submitted that to our league to say, hey, we want some Friday night football games. Hopefully, we have enough officials to make that happen, but we definitely have it on the calendar right now for Friday night football.
Now, you mentioned the community stepped up, and I know I don't really want you to miss anybody, but can you maybe talk about maybe some of the big businesses or organizations that have kind of donated?
Yeah, we are excited about all the donations that we've received so far. So no matter if it's $100, $25, $5,000, $10,000, it's been an amazing experience. We've had over 60 individual donors put in a certain amount, and again, I think it's important to recognize all of them. We were able to sell a pole, so we did have a buy a pole option for our donations, and that was $25,000. So really want to shout out Dexter Development Association for purchasing a pole and kicking our fundraiser off in a big way that way. We've had several $5,000 donations. So individuals, we're going to start to push some things out online and thank yous, and inviting them to our ribbon cutting ceremonies that we'll have in the fall. So it's hard to kind of piece together everybody that's donated because I don't want to miss anybody, like you said. But we'll be pushing out some thank yous online and recognizing those people on our Facebook page and Instagram page as well.
That's awesome. What we're going to do now, we're going to take you around the field and maybe kind of where some things are going to be set up once this gets done. We'll be right back. So we're out here at the field now here at Dexter Regional High School, where they play football for many years here. So you said the lights have been purchased, right?
Yep.
And so what's the next step now?
Well, I mean, as you can see the daylight right here, this is what the field normally looks like on game time because we're playing underneath the sun. So with the lights, we're going to be able to be a little bit later in the day and then play under some lights coming this fall. So it's a 4-pole system that we're purchasing from Musco Lighting, and we're going to have 2 poles on each side of the field at the 20-yard marker so that we can light this athletic facility. And our goal is to play as many night games as we can based on what's allowed in our schedule and what's available for officials. So we got it in our head that we're going to have some community events happening next fall under the lights.
And now, how do you think that might change? I mean, it's always a good atmosphere here on Saturday afternoons, but how do you think that will change kind of things around here? And, kind of just the atmosphere. You've been to Friday night games at other places, so have I. And,
Yep.
It's kind of a different atmosphere, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be a little different for some people. Probably a little weird not to be playing a 1 o'clock afternoon Saturday game here in Dexter. That's been the tradition for since, for a long time. And so having that ability to have a Friday night game, bring the community together at that time of the day, and celebrate and cheer on our program and our athletes, that's going to be an amazing experience for sure.
So, Adam, we've talked about the, what the lights are going to bring to this fall at Dexter High School.
Yep.
But there's also a long-term goal here where, you're hoping to make this a multi-purpose facility, soccer, field hockey, and softball.
Yep.
You can see the softball field up there right now. So let's start with that. So what's that going to be once the project's done here? And
So, a pie in the sky outlook. We've worked with Activitas, our sports fields engineering firm that we've hired to give us a conceptual design. So ultimately, where we're standing right now would be a multi-use turf facility where we would actually play football, soccer, field hockey, and softball. So we're going to design. In that design, incorporate softball in that turf facility where we're standing. What that means for our current softball field, if we're going to put that kind of a facility in this area, we wanted to make it useful and available for events, large events. So we're going to need parking. Where it looks in our schedule right now or in the design, once we get to that second and third phase in our construction, that's going to be parking, so additional parking for our venue.
And then you mentioned soccer and field hockey. Obviously, right now the field hockey have great tradition. They have a field down there,
Yep.
and so the plan is to play all the games up here.
Yeah, as many as we can. If we're gonna build it, we're gonna use it, and we want to be available for not just our use, but our region as well. So, it's the idea of you build it, they'll come. So if we have a facility like this, then I know that other programs around the area are going to want to be able to use it as well as much as possible. So, we want to make it available for them. As far as our field hockey field, that's been a great home for our field hockey program, along with our soccer field over at Crosby. We may still play some games on grass just because, but having this as the state-of-the-art facility for our athletes and our community and our programs will be, just an amazing thing to have.
Now up here is the press box with the stands.
Yeah.
What's the plan for that and when?
So that's going to be in that second phase. If we're going to build it, we've got to have seating capacity. So if we're going to host events, say for instance, if the MPA decides that this is a great home for some sort of MPA championship event, we need to have the seating capacity to be able to host that. So those bleachers, that's original to the school. They're ancient. We've had Hussey Seating come up and take a look. They're going to give us a design option of what that would look like for a 750 seat capacity stadium seating area with incorporated press box on the back side. So,
and just to finalize everything here, what could you say maybe to the Dexter community first? We've talked about it before when the T-Mobile contest going on, but why this is a good thing, and again, to other communities that could help. Just for example, if PCHS had a soccer game or a field hockey game and their field wasn't available, they could play here. So
absolutely.
Maybe talk about the benefits to other schools.
Well, I just think about having a facility like that in this area of the state. We don't have anything like that anywhere near us. Our nearest turf facility like that would be in Bangor area, and sometimes that's just not feasible for our programs to. And they're all everybody's kind of fighting for those opportunities to get on those turf fields, especially in wet weather, and it's playoff time, and you're trying to prepare your teams for that postseason play. Having another facility that's close to home in this area of the state, I think that would just benefit all of our regional programs.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Adam, and looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Eastern Maine Sports.